Again, hello. Today I'd like to talk about adoption. I've had a few people query me that are adopted, and once they found out that I was adopted, they wanted to know psychologically how I coped with it, and whether I encountered any difficulties as I got older, etc., etc. So I'd like to start off in a couple of forms here, and the first one is I've got the coolest parents on the planet. Right? I'm 54 years of age. I was adopted at 10 weeks old. I've always known that I was adopted, and you go through the stages in the early days, especially in the 1960s, that adoption wasn't cool. Right? It wasn't really accepted, certainly not accepted in Italian families. In addition to that, but not accepted generally in the community. Today it's cool. It's cool to be Italian in Australia. It's also cool that kids get adopted. A lot of the celebrities adopt children, God bless them, do a very good job at parenting them, etc. But I now realise how cool my folks were going back so long ago. So I always knew that I was adopted, as I said, but what I did is I now look back and go, what were my coping mechanisms with that? And I've always had a mantra that fear is good and fear motivates me, but doubt kills. And on that score, what I did was I started realising that I had some benefits that I was really blessed with. One, good parents. B, parents with a really good work ethic and a really good code of conduct. Parents that were religious. Parents that believed in God and spirituality and a whole range of things. So if I ever had doubt about who I was, what I was and where I wanted to be, I always had my parents backing me up. But then I also had a good culture of some friends as I grew up, and I was very sports orientated, very health orientated, etc. And that sort of always kept me busy, and when you're busy, you don't tend to dwell on the negative. So I found that being busy kept me on the straight and narrow, so to speak. In addition to that, what I also learned was that I had a lot of gifts that a lot of other people have got. So then in that case, what we wanted to do was, me and my friends, we started a business when we were 15 years of age and basically got going. And that both business interests, and it wasn't really about making money, it was just about doing something together. It always kept me busy, kept me going, and also kept me on goal focus. So, and with that, then I learnt the ability to be able to task and be task orientated to get to my goals. So the adoption I considered as a blessing. And what it is that belief is energy. So because my belief was that I was privileged being adopted, right, I was using my energy in the right form. So if you believe that belief and energy go together, and belief basically depletes energy. So if your belief is negative, that's what you'll get back. But if a belief is positive, that's what you'll get back in return in spades. So for those of you that have come from a harder background or that have been adopted, whatever it might be, what you need to look at is what blessings that you've got, who you associate with, and really that you make sure that you think that you're worthy to get to the next stage. And you need to start planning out your life, because when you have a life plan, a lot of those other things really pale into insignificance, I should say, my apologies. So, and they pale into insignificance. And what happens is that the adoption for me was an absolute benefit. Not only did I gain a sister, but I also gained an extended family, which today I'm blessed to have. So, and I learned a lot of other things aside from just the life skills. I learned a lot of business skills because my parents are business orientated people. So a lot of the way I am is environmental, not necessarily genetic. So that's just a very short snippet on adoption. For those of you that are adopted that are watching this video, I have to say to you, consider yourself blessed and move on. Again, I'd like to thank everybody who's been watching. I'm blessed with the thousands and thousands of views that we've had in such a short period of time. If you like this channel, please subscribe. I will be interviewing quite a few other of my friends, and some of them are actually sports stars here in Melbourne, Australia, over the next coming months. So, and maybe in a shorter period of time, the next couple of weeks. So if you like it, watch. If you like it, please subscribe. And again, thanks very much for watching.